Smug me a kipper, smegheads. Red Dwarf's coming back for breakfast. It's Space Jim, but not as we know it. It's Red Dwarf, but not quite as we know it. You see, Rob Grant and Doug Naylor split up. In the 1990s, they had a bit of a Barney, and they decided that we're going to go separate ways. They had a massive court battle. Naylor continued working on the TV show, decided that he wanted full rights to it, took Grant to court. They had a big argument, and earlier this year they said, you know what, enough's enough. We'll go our separate ways, and we'll work on Red Dwarf, but different projects. We'll go in different directions. Last week, Rob Grant was at a sci-fi time travel thing, some sort of weird convention, where he said he was working on a new project. He was working on a prequel to Red Dwarf, a novel and a TV series set on the Jupiter mining core on Red Dwarf, slightly before the pilot. So we've got Lister and Rimmer, slightly younger versions of themselves, bunkmates. They get shore leaf down to Titan, and all hell breaks loose. And that's the premise of the story. Now, the problem with this is you are not going to have any of the original cast. They have said that they would like to take part and possibly appear as cameos, but you've got a younger Lister and a younger Rimmer, so there's no way that Chris Barry and Craig Charles can be playing those. We have a story set several millennia before Cat even evolved into a humanoid, so no Danny John Jules, and we also are several millennia before Crichton was possibly even invented, let alone cast adrift on some spaceship dusting his little socks off. So, fully new cast. The only person that could possibly appear in it would be Norman Lovett, because Holly, obviously a computer program, Norman Lovett, bless his little socks, looked as old as he did back then as he does now. He's still old and bald. He was old and bald back then. So fingers crossed, we might get the original Holly. If we don't, going to be awkward, because they can't use female Holly, because female Holly wasn't Holly back then. They're going to have to use Norman Lovett or a computer generation version of Norman Lovett. But Rob Grant has been quite clever, or lazy, depending how you look at it, and has said that this is going to be set in a universe slightly to the left of the universe we remember. Now, we know they like doing this because they're all dead, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Everybody is dead, everybody is dead, Dave.
Wait, are you trying to tell me everybody's dead?
Yet, they managed to find Kachansky not dead later on down the line in an alternative universe where she wasn't Scottish. Then Rimmer decided to become Ace Rimmer and went off on his adventures and was replaced in the TV show by Kachansky. Chris Barry then decided he was going to come back, but then he wasn't the original Rimmer. He was a recreation that the nanobots rebuilt when they rebuilt Red Dwarf. So, oh, and of course they all got killed by their future selves at the end of one season. Then the next season they decided they just weren't going to talk about it. So they do like to jump about and pretend nothing ever happened. So basically nothing ever happened. They're not all dead, Dave. They're not all dead. This is way before they died. They're all alive, Dave. Would you like some toast?